My best friend of 16 years, who has never shown any interest in me, surprised me at my graduate school apartment and seduced me into a friends with benefits relationship. I've known Erin since elementary school. Our families are neighbors and best friends, so we basically grew up in each other's houses. By high school, she'd become drop-dead gorgeous, and I'd fallen completely in love with her. We went to prom together as friends. I told her how I felt multiple times over the years, and every single time she'd say, "Let's just be friends," or "That would be weird." The rejections hurt, but I accepted them. We drifted apart during college, different universities. She studied abroad, but stayed in touch through texts and holiday visits. I threw myself into working out and soccer, getting into the best shape of my life. Not for her, I told myself, just for me. After graduating, I started grad school in a single apartment on campus. I kept a spare key at my parents' house in case I ever lost mine. One evening during my first semester, I was napping when I heard someone unlock my door. By the time I opened my eyes and got myself together, Erin was sitting on my bed. I was thrilled. It had been almost 2 years since I'd seen her in person. She crawled over and hugged me. Then everything changed. Instead of the normal, "Hey, how's life?" she leaned in and kissed me on the lips. I was shocked, confused, and beyond happy. Kisses led to touching, and touching led to sex. When we finished, she told me she was attending the same grad school and wanted more of this. I was still on cloud 9, so of course I said yes without thinking. That was 3 months ago. Now she comes over constantly. Some days we talk like best friends, other days it's just sex. My emotions are completely scrambled. Whenever I try bringing up dating or anything serious, she distracts me with sex and says, "We'll talk about it later," or "Let's just have fun and think about it later." I have no idea if she has other guys. She won't discuss the 2 years we barely talked, which makes me think something bad happened. The friendship dynamic has completely changed. I'm aroused just thinking about being alone with her. We're hiding everything from our parents and friends, the same people who joked for years about us dating. I'm falling harder for her every day, but I have no clue what she's thinking. I asked for advice online, and everyone told me to end it or force her into a decision. But one commenter said something that hit hard. "If you could end it, you wouldn't need to post asking for advice." They were right. I've admired this girl for more than half my life. I can't just turn off my feelings. So I decided to write it out, accepting that she'd probably leave me when someone better came along. For 4 more months, we continued our friends with benefits arrangement. Those were the most nerve-wracking months of my life, never knowing when or if it would end. I tried playing it off like it didn't bother me, but really, every moment was bittersweet torture. When the semester ended, we drifted apart a bit. We'd spent the entire term either studying or together, so family time was needed. Erin went to England to visit her grandparents. She'd invited me months earlier, but I had obligations. We talked on the phone a few times while she was away. I mentioned my annual soccer tournament and this all-girls team we met. She seemed happy for me, but sounded bothered. 2 weeks later, she asked me to pick her up from the airport because she flew back early. When I saw her at arrivals, she nearly knocked me over with a hug, holding me tighter than ever before. She'd never shown that much intimacy in public. "I really missed you," she said, and something in her voice was different. We went to Starbucks around 8 p.m. She was quieter than normal, nervous, like she wanted to say something but couldn't find the words. Finally, she confessed, "I realize I like you as more than just a friend." She apologized for making me wait so long for an answer. Before England, she didn't know what she wanted or if she was ready for a relationship. She was afraid of ruining our 16-year friendship if things didn't work out. "I experienced so much in England," she said, "and I kept wishing you were there with me. My older sister really put in some good words for you, made me realize what I was risking by being scared. We've been officially dating for 3 weeks now, and I couldn't be happier." Our families reacted exactly as expected. Her dad said he'd been betting on this for years. My dad joked about me finally growing some balls, and our moms keep calling us the cutest thing they've ever seen. Our younger siblings were confused why we didn't have rings. They thought dating meant marriage. Looking back, everyone told me to protect myself, to end things before I got hurt. But waiting it out was the only realistic option I had anyway. I was always a bit spineless when it came to Erin, especially when spending time with her was the highlight of my day. It could have ended painfully, but I'm grateful and counting my lucky stars that it didn't.